Well guys, welcome to another episode of Amesie's Corner. And what we have here is an '05 Ford F-150. Now this has the 5.4 3V engine in it, 3-valve engine. And it came from Megastore, I think, or maybe it was Interstate, we'll see. And it needed something that the other tech in here is kind of a specialist on. It needed its spark plugs changed. We'll get into that in a moment. Let me just take a quick walk around. Now, like Chevy, Ford has really stepped up their quality. This is from Megastore. But maybe not quite as good as, maybe not stepped it up quite as far as Chevy, as far as fit and finish and trim and all that, but it's still a good truck. I like the chassis of it. We'll get to the engine in a second. Let's take a look at the interior. Now, I don't really like the Ford interior, the Ford F-150 interiors before this. I really like the layout of this, though. You can really see that this isn't your grandfather's 76 F-100. Big center section, big beefy shifter. Cookie cutter radio, but that's what you expect in a truck. Now this has all of that European stitching that I was talking about in the Jaguar video, and it really holds up well. It really holds up well over time. Looks good. Yeah, a lot of back seat room in one of these. A lot of trucks come in 4 doors now. Remember when I was growing up, that was a rare thing. Nice wood inlays. Let's take a look under the hood. Now this has the 5.4 engine. There are a few versions of it. This one here is they call it the 3-valve. I'm sure they got some other names for it, and I'm sure some people have called it even worse things. Now, there it is. And the spark plugs on this engine, right about under my finger right here. Not hard to get to. Not hard to get to at all. The trouble with them, though, is that they're shaped like that. Now a normal spark plug has the electrode real close down in, doesn't have this sheath. Now what happens to this? What happens to this spark plug over time is carbon builds up all right in here in this lower ring. This gets a little deformed, and this gets a little messed up. And to get that out, if you can get one of these out in an hour for one spark plug, if you can do it in an hour, you're ahead of the game. Normally these break, this piece breaks off inside the engine. We've got a special tool that extracts all the metal, but believe it or not, it leaves the porcelain. A lot of that porcelain has to get processed through the engine. Now there's a technical bulletin for Ford, they're fully aware of it, and they're the ones that say that it's alright to let all that porcelain and all the porcelain inside, and some of the metal from the electrode is a big thick wire, and that'll run right out your motor. So I guess if you're going to look at an F-150 with the 5.4, make sure it doesn't say that on top of it. But like anything, it can be fixed, and once it's fixed, it's fully serviceable. It's just you have to be ready with a truck like this to pay someone for the better part of 8 hours and $15 for a spark plug times 8. But whatever. Keep them out of the cabbage till tomorrow, guys.